Hey, give us a hand.
Are you having dancing?
I hope not, love. It's all fellas.
What is it exactly? Mr. Morris just said a function.
It's what they call a battalion reunion, love. It's a lot of middle-aged boozers trying to work out how we lost the war.
I thought we won the war.
Yeah, so did they, but they've learned better since.
Have they always had it here?
Only since the drill all went bingo. When was it? 2 years since?
Oh, yeah. Are you sure there's no dancing?
But I really do feel here a little nearer the door.
Yeah?
Shall we try?
Well,
You see, the men never seem quite sure about this reception business, and I feel that the nearer you are to the door, the more you narrow their field of attack, sort of force them into your sector, as it were. Now, last year, if you remember, you're much further into the hall, and they did tend to outflank you rather easily, and we don't want to miss anyone, do we? Not tonight.
No, I
Fine.
suppose not.
Good evening, sir. Just preparing you for some of the men. They will insist on saluting, so it's all right.
Right.
You moved. I'd better mark the spot.
Oh.
Fine.
Well, that's that. Now, what was the final count?
We sold 46 tickets. They won't all come, of course, but I'm catering for the full 46.
Very near the 50 mark.
Yeah, yes. We did decide on 50.
Yes, indeed. The pity about the band.
Well, I suppose we can console ourselves with the thought that the 1st Battalion's need was greater than ours.
Oh, yes, indeed. No, I meant the pity the posting came just when it did. Oh, yes. 46. How did the 7th do it? Over 200 again this year.
How do you intend to tell them?
I haven't decided yet.
6:15.
You can take that one.
Oh, right.
Oh, and Brenda.
Yeah.
Just watch them out there tonight. They get a bit, you know.
They're dead old.
Don't tell them that. Whatever you do, just watch them.
Yes, Mrs. Banks.
Hello there.
Hello, Liz. Front door tonight, eh?
I know. I've just come to say how do. How do I look?
Very sexy.
We've come with minibus from Legion.
That's the way.
I'll go round now.
You do that.
Did I tell you I'm driving now?
You're not.
I am. I've got my own gang.
Good for you.
I know him. He empties dustbins down our street.
Oh, he used to, love. You heard what he said. He's been promoted. Drives dust cart now.
Oh.
Talk about Tinker Tailor, Soldier Sailor.
Pardon?
That lot out there. Dustmen, bus drivers, even one who works at sewage. And all the knobs, solicitors, estate agents, bookies. Whatever else you say about this do, it certainly mixes them up.
832 Warburton, sir.
Sir.
817 Pilling, sir.
704 Pilling, sir. That was my brother, 817 Pilling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was killed on Lunenburg East.
Yes, of course.
With a mortar bomb.
Yes, 704 Pilling, sir.
Pilling.
You're looking very well, sir. Very nice to see you again.
Thank you, Pilling. Have a good time.
Yes, sir. And you, sir? You have a good time and all.
Yes, indeed, yes. Ah.
Come by your beds, it's Private Pilling.
Hello there, Sarge. How are you, then?
He don't look a day older, does he?
Oh, still smells the same, though. By heck, you don't get any sweeter, do you, Les?
What do you expect with my job?
You could stay at home, couldn't you? You having a drink?
Ah, of course I am.
Last day's fluid over here. Come on, what is it?
Oh, out in beer line.
Have a scotch. Give me a last scotch.
Ah, how's the garage doing, then?
Oh, you know, we're all going bankrupt, aren't we?
Oh, he looks it, doesn't he?
I wouldn't mind going bankrupt.
Ah, good health.
Where's your mate?
Which one?
Sergeant Wallace.
Where is he?
Oh, he's been to Haydock Park, but he'll be here any minute now. Hey, Les, take your drink, get over there and watch the door for Sergeant Wallace.
Hey?
You should do as you're told. Obey the last order and get over there.
Right, Sergeant.
What's happening?
Just watch the door.
Oh, you mean he's going
You know Wally.
Here he is.
Private Pulling, get your haircut.
Good evening, friend.
I wouldn't go through that bloody palaver, I tell you that.
You said you'd do it, you did.
Yeah, Jacko here.
Now you beat him to it. We're here, though.
Yeah, but you're not Jacko, are you?
What's happening, Wally?
No, put your money
Oh,
away.
now, come
Put it
on,
away, I said. Hey, you, come over here. Here, look. Take care of us, right?
Right.
And you can start by getting 2 large scotches and a large vodka and tonic.
No vodka.
Oh, God almighty, not again. Right, we'll make it 3 large scotches. And look, if you get 5 minutes, slip over the bull and get us a bottle of vodka.
I'll do my best.
Well, who's here then, apart from Rob What's It Need Me? Hey? Is that Gus Fellows over there?
Aye, looking bad, isn't he?
Big C, they reckon.
Oh, well, you get it, don't you? Here you go, then. Oh, look, give this bar a wipe, Admiral, will you? May not look it, but this lot set me back 120 quid.
Get away.
Didn't you see it on the television about gambling? He's making his fortune, this fella. Mind you, not that he ever did anything else. 30% increase in gambling last year, and where it's all going? Bookies, right?
Well, with a fair 12 months.
Fair 12 months, he says. He can't lose.
Well, I'm buying your drinks, aren't I?
Who's complaining?
Right.
I'm turning the pages tonight in the Book of Remembrance.
Do you know, it couldn't happen to a nicer fella.
That telegram arrived yet.
Oh, God, no. I'd better get on to the post office again. Wait a minute, though. Sergeant Lovell, you're a post office chap, aren't you?
Yes, Mr. Cook.
No bad language now, he only works there.
Oh, good evening, Wallace. No, nothing like that, just an inquiry. How are telegrams routed these days?
Don't ask me, sir. I'm in the sorting office myself.
It's the same company, isn't it?
Yes, it's a very big organisation,
Yeah,
sir.
well, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, does it, Tommy?
Excuse me, sir.
It's just like the bloody army in our day.
Well, I'll see them.
Well, how are you then?
I'm very well, thank you, Wallace. And you?
Oh, making the odd bob, you know. And you're doing all right, are you? Still in the wine business,
Yes,
eh?
yes, on the importing side.
Oh, well, never mind. It's all brass, isn't it? He gets what's left over, this fella, you know, after I've finished. All them punters drowning their sorrows.
Well, telegram's not really your department, eh, Lovell, what?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Oh, you having a drink then?
Thank you, no. Carry on.
You think we're going to do your burg?
Yeah, when you got a minute...
Oh, look, what are you doing?
I'm
Put
checking
it
them
away.
over,
I
it's
won't
my
tell you a
shout.
day. Look, what are you taking home? 25, 30 quid a week.
So what?
Yeah, well, put it in your pocket. Save it for the old lady. Here, son, set them up again, will you?
Right.
And there you are. That makes it right with the change from the last round, right? It's still calling them surf, though.
Habit, I suppose.
Habit.
You should have done what he did. He swapped that habit for his mob suit. And watch your back.
As I live and breathe, the mighty Quinn.
I thought they'd had you inside, you know.
How are you?
Oh, living. How are you lot?
Oh, not bad, son, mate.
No better for seeing you.
Still on meth, sorry?
Aye, out.
Another large scotch over here somewhere.
Is Colour Sergeant Jones here yet?
I've seen him here somewhere.
He's over there with Bert Foster.
I better get over there. You owed me a couple of quid from last year. I'll get it from him while he's still conscious. By the way, where's that up for you?
What, Jacko? Oh, don't worry, he'll be here. You can't break the old team up, can you?
Well, Hitler couldn't manage it, and he had a good try. So did I, for that matter.
I bloody did.
Where's it? I'll be back for that drink.
Right.
Good evening, Sergeant Major.
Evening, Padre. Evening, Mr. Gow. Not a bad turnout.
No, indeed. Not good enough. I think we were wrong. We shouldn't have let him have his own way. The job ought to have been given to somebody else.
With a little less consideration for humanity.
Yes, like me.
Where's the Colonel?
I'm just asking Bob here how the Colonel intended to break the news.
During his speech, I understand. I don't know exactly. Where is he?
He's around somewhere. What's the matter?
Damn telegram hasn't arrived from the palace.
Read last year's. They're always the same.
I haven't got last year.
Oh, dear.
Well, surely it can't be beyond the wit of man to string a few words together.
I know it was signed by the private secretary, but I can't for the life of me remember how it started. Was it Her Majesty wishes to thank all ranks, or Her Majesty has instructed...
Wasn't it something about not being able to be with us?
Does it really matter? No one listens.
It would be rather nice to get it right.
There was nothing wrong with D Company, me laddo, because...
What do you mean there was nothing wrong with D Company? You didn't have him for a start, did you? Top of the Luftwaffe's target list, that man. My old man's a dustman, Pilly. Was the best driver in, well, was the best driver in my platoon, weren't you, Les?
I was that.
Right.
Got my own crew now, Sarge.
I told you to come, Les. Clerk of the council, Les.
Who wants clerk of the council? There's nothing wrong with my job. Pays good.
Well, don't just stand there saying the pay's good. Get him in.
Right, what are you having?
Oh, with you, the usual half a bottle of scotch.
Right, hey, lad, half a bottle of scotch.
In a plain van.
You can have one. You can have what you like.
Someone order half a bottle of scotch?
Yeah, but they took him away, you know. You daft old sod.
Right.
You can't leave him alone, can you?
I can leave anything alone if it's necessary.
I should say it was necessary with that one being his husband's a copper.
Oh, yeah, I know. They work long hours, don't they?
You'll catch it one of these days.
Oh, come on, you know me better than that. If there's one thing I can do is take care of myself. Because there's more than I can say for some of this lot. Yeah.
Wally, spare me a minute, will you? I just want a word of advice, really. My wife likes North Wales.
Tell us you can have it.
Yeah, well, we've been fancying a caravan there this last year or two, you see, and you know what money's all about. So what do you reckon? I mean, is this a good time to borrow the necessary? You know these ads, £20 to 20,000 without security. I don't know how they do it, but what do you reckon? It's $9.75, the caravan, the one we want.
You asking me what I reckon?
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what I reckon. I reckon you're doolally. I reckon you're tapped.
You mean about the money lender?
About the money lender, yeah.
I thought you'd say that, but I don't quite see how else to raise the cash, you see.
Then you forget all about it, don't you? You tell the little woman she can't have North Wales, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's he after?
Hey, son. Look. I want a bottle of scotch in the kitchen, right? Right. And don't forget the bottle of vodka. Right?
What are you up to now?
Oh, don't worry, you're included. But what time's the next London train get here?
7:05?
7:05. In 20 minutes by cab, boy's got time here.
You know, Jacko, we'll be here.
He'd better be.
The one they call Wally. He asked me to give you these.
Oh, right.
Got glasses, have you?
Yes.
Throws his money about a bit, doesn't he?
Does it worry you?
Oh, no, not at all. As long as he keeps on throwing it my way. You'll Norman know about him.
Do I look daft? I only see him once a year.
Oh, well, you'll have to work that much harder then, won't you? In every direction.
Go on, cheeky.
Oh, dear.
Something wrong, Mr. Cook?
Well, I didn't want it serving yet. We have a good deal to do before we eat.
Oh, only when I got your message.
No, I just wanted to make sure the food had arrived.
Oh, I see. Not to worry. Right, girls, put it all back and carefully so you won't have to wash the plates. You'll tip me the wink then, Mr. Cook?
Well, it may be difficult to send another message, but if you start putting it out on the plates at the second bugle call, not cookhouse, reveille, last post and reveille.
I'm no good at bugle calls, Mr. Cook. This is the first time I've been in charge.
What about Abide With Me? As soon as we start to sing Abide With Me, is that all right?
Oh, yes. I'm safer with Abide With Me.
Good. It just means you'll have to work a little faster. Celebrating something?
I hope so.
Good. Right, we're ready to go.
Oh.
Speech all prepared?
Well,
I have the strangest feeling it won't come as a great shock.
No, perhaps not.
No, look, I'm telling you. He gives Marty this drink, didn't he?
Oh, he did.
Bright blue it was. Now, what did you say?
Well, I asked him how it got that colour, didn't I?
Do you know what Jimmy said? Ink. What kind of ink, says this one? Stevens ink, says Jimmy. Oh, well, says this one, is bloody good ink and down it went.
So did I.
I do bloody well think you did.
No, you don't. I was well cut that night. Thanks.
And never anything else. He didn't have to drug us to get us into action. He just breathed on us.
By heck, we got rid of some stuff.
Yeah, well, don't let's get out of practice, for God's sake. Hey, Sonny, get your tray over here, will you? 1, 2, 3.
They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. Going down with the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them.
Major M.R.V. Cook, MC.
The following telegram was sent to Buckingham Palace on your behalf. All ranks past and present of the 5th Battalion, the County Regiment, send their most loyal greetings to your Majesty on the occasion of their 26th annual reunion. The following reply has been received. Her Majesty wishes to thank all ranks past and present of the 5th Battalion, the County Regiment, for their loyal greetings on the occasion of their 26th annual reunion and trusts that a happy evening will be enjoyed by all.
Gentlemen, please be upstanding for the loyal toast.
Gentlemen, the Queen, Victor of Dettingen.
The Queen, Victor of Dettingen.
Gentlemen, you may smoke.
We may smoke.
Gentlemen, pray silence for Captain R.N. Gow.
Sir George, Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, gentlemen, it has always been the aim of this battalion to invite to its reunions the most illustrious names on the military scene.
And all because the lady loves milk tray.
You made it then.
Certainly I made it. Here, give us a kiss.
No.
Oh, get the balls out then.
That's more like it. Well, come on, get on with it. You came to work, not go. Hey, what is it that colonel of yours says after the Queen? Victor something.
Victor Sylvester.
Made it.
Yeah, right. Here, give us your programme. Mola, listen to this. Here we are. On June the 27th, 1743, Trooper William Jarvis of the County Regiment, whilst under fire, removed a stone from the hoof of the Royal Mount and thereby allowed His Majesty King George II to continue to the battlefield of Dettingen and there inflict defeat on the French army. His Majesty thereupon bestowed the right upon the regiment to add to the loyal toast the words, Victor of Dettingen. Hey, I learn something every day, don't you?
But the Queen wasn't there. What's it got to do with her?
It's history, love. She's saddled with it like you. Here's to Her Majesty Queen Mulner, surrendered in the Coach and Horses, 1974. God bless her.
Shh, they talk this lot.
So do that lot, that's why we're in here.
The name of General Sir George Mattinson, who has honoured us with his presence here tonight. General Mattinson left Sandhurst in 1924 and joined the 1st Battalion as a subaltern.
Night, love. Lock that door.
You get cold sitting over there by yourself.
You stay where you are.
Oh, come on. It's only once a year, isn't it? What harm can come to her? But don't tell her what happened to you. You enjoyed it.
Will you be quiet?
Come on, be sociable. What are you having?
I love whiskey and water.
Oh. Just hope your mother doesn't get to hear about this. She'll play pup with me.
Well, we won't tell her, will we, love?
Not likely.
All right, then, but don't blame me. And don't go saying anything to our Norman when he comes to your place.
As if I would.
All right, well, now that's all settled. Here's to us.
To us.
To us. What are you running these days?
BMW 3.0 CSI. It's a great motor.
Too fast. 60-mile-an-hour limit. What's the point? What you need is comfort nowadays. I've got just the vehicle for you.
Oh, aye.
73 Corniche convertible.
Oh, not Camage.
Next time.
What's it done?
8,000.
What's a Corniche convertible?
Rolls-Royce, love.
Rolls-Royce.
What colour is it?
Caribbean blue. Lovely. Of course, it's a lot of money, but still.
I'll give you a ring. Have you got it?
Oh, come on, I'm not in that league.
No.
I'm only acting. But I could take you to see it near Warwick.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice day out.
Right, well, like I said, I'll give you a ring.
Go on, buy it.
Oh, I see.
I was in Leamington the other day. Saw your Doris.
It's not my Doris anymore. The judge said so. My ex.
Oh?
She looked good. Very good. I don't know why you divorced her.
Oh, this, that, and the other. Mainly the other, actually. She wasn't mean with it. Was our Doris, and like some people I know.
You've got to get used to these two. They're great kidders.
Oh, I'm disappointed. I like fellas who mean it.
Oh, I heck, they grow up fast these days, don't they?
Leave it home, love.
Hello.
Here he is, the exile. They still at it, are they?
I don't think they know just stop.
Right. No, I'm giving a Scotch, lovely. We provide the booze, but you bring your own women, right?
I'm well past that, lad.
Don't you believe him? He struck more terror into Beirut than any Israeli this night, I tell you.
Where's that other pal of yours? What's his name? Jackson?
That's what I like to know.
Are you going to give us a turn when he comes?
Why not?
How about the one who got you banned?
Banned? Is it rude?
Not so you notice, no. No, it's just a little number we made up in Italy, wasn't it, about the Colonel?
Him and Jackson used to sing it to all the concerts.
Until the Colonel turned up at one.
I didn't know you could sing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't just breathe, Abby.
I've told you.
I'll have a listen.
Who was on his feet when you come in?
Bob Gow.
I therefore ask you, gentlemen, to rise to your feet and join me in a tribute to these good friends of the regiment who have given of their valuable time to be with us here tonight. I give you our guests.
Our guests. Sir.
Such a lively conversation.
I wouldn't say he was the world's liveliest speech maker. The Colonel should waken them up.
Yes, so what he has to say.
Or what he has to say.
He always dreads this moment, doesn't he? Tell me so.
You'll be thankful it's the last time, then.
Gentlemen, pray silence for Colonel G.B.R. Dean, MCTD.
Gentlemen, Sir George, Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests and gentlemen, it is once again my pleasant task to propose the toast to the regiment and the 5th Battalion. Now, it is precisely 30 years ago this week since I first spoke to the battalion at Osnabrück and put forward my plan for an annual reunion. And on that occasion, a committee was formed whose duty it was to bring together members of the battalion, past and present, each year.
Are they still at it, then?
Subsequent committees and have shown your appreciation by attending
Dixie.
every one of our 26 reunions.
Leave it open.
But many more have been lost along the way. By death, by illness, by financial stress, by apathy. It is true to say that friendships forged in wartime are no less precious than those which have their roots in peace. And it has been the aim of your committee to overcome the obstacles of distance and of rising costs and to bring together those friends each year. Now, on my way down here by train from London, I found myself sharing a compartment with a pleasant young man who chatted away most amiably on a variety of subjects until I happened to mention the object of my journey. He then looked at me more in sorrow than in anger and asked me why my generation persisted in the glorification of war. Well, I decided not to take issue with him. For it is true to say that those who have never tasted war can never know how the vast majority of those who have detest it, and how determined we are to salvage what little good came of it. Now, those of us who served with the 5th Battalion during the Second World War enjoyed and endured 6 most varied years. Together, we traveled the world, and together we met the adversities which came our way. Now, our greatest enemies in terms of casualties were not Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini. They were the Blackwater fever, which ravished our ranks in the invasion of Madagascar, the cholera epidemic in Bihar, and dysentery in Egypt. But Hitler was not to be denied, and in the last week of the war in Europe, and I see many faces here tonight who were with us in those dark days, the battalion suffered the sad, irreplaceable loss of 78 officers and men, and the Book of Remembrance stands open at their names. Now, before I ask you to raise your glasses to the regiment, I am required by your committee to make an announcement. We had expected to have with us tonight the band of the 1st Battalion, but as some of you may know, the 1st Battalion was posted to Northern Ireland 3 weeks ago, and as a result, the band sailed today to fulfill an engagement in Belfast. And I have to thank most sincerely Mr. Merridew for stepping into the breach so successfully. Now, gentlemen, I ask you to rise. The regiment.
The regiment.
Well, I'm thankful that's thoughts and trouble, you know, I don't.
You didn't make the announcement, sir.
No, Martin, I didn't.
But we agreed it should be made.
Yes, I know, but I felt it was a mistake. I know it's always possible to agree on a course of action which is not wrong exactly, but premature. Yes, that's the word, premature. I felt that the action was premature.
It's been suggested we should have a meeting now.
Yes, of course.
I'll see if there's a room available.
Go on, why? Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Shut up at last.
No, hang on a minute. No, why do you come here every year? You all right, help yourself.
Well, not to see you lot, that's for sure.
Then why?
I don't know. Because it's something different, I suppose.
Something different? What's different about it? Look, 51 Saturdays out of 52, you're in your local boozing, right? The 52nd, you're here boozing. What's different? Where are you living now?
Oh, just this side of Southampton, Tottenham.
Just this side of Southampton.
Well, I'm with my daughter, aren't I?
Look, what's it cost you, this trip?
Don't know. 15, 20 quid.
You must be mad.
Mad? Why am I mad? It's my own money. I spend it how I like.
Oh, aye? What about your daughter? It cost her to feed you, didn't it?
Oh, blow her. She's got plenty.
Oh, quite right, Marty. You give them enough, didn't you?
Yeah, well, why do you come then?
Me? Well, to see me mates, don't I? It's only once a year.
You're all the bloody same, aren't you? Look, you live here in this crummy dump, don't you? Like most of the rest of them that keep coming here. I mean, you drink with them twice a week in the Legion, don't you?
But they don't all live here, do they?
Oh. Oh, I see. You come here to see me, do you? That's it. Is that the same for you, Pete?
Well, aye. Why not?
What's the matter with you?
There's nothing the matter with me, love. Oh, come on, let's get back to the bar. I'll see you later.
Right.
You too.
No. She's helping me with the cloths and then she's going home.
You don't trust me, do you?
No.
Hey,
Well,
what do you come for, any road?
eh?
You. What do you turn up every year for?
Me?
Aye.
To look at the idiots. What else? Makes me feel better, doesn't it?
He meant that, you know.
Huh.
Aren't they funny? Fellas, when there's nobody else to fight, they start on their pals.
Don't deny that for a moment, Audrey. Of course the tendencies have been falling off. I mean, people die, they fall ill, they emigrate. Well, they're all excellent reasons for falling numbers.
And apathy?
Thank you.
You used the word yourself, sir.
Yes, I did, Martin. I believe it to be a contributory factor, but only a small one.
Now, that's where we disagree.
Now, please. I appreciate that few, if any, sentiments, passions, emotions, call them what you like, few can last a lifetime. It came as no little surprise to me when my wife asked for a divorce after 34 years of marriage, which I suppose qualifies me to talk on the subject. And loyalties, which can so easily be broken between a man and his wife, can also be broken between a man and his comrades. And I realize this. I realize that there may have been one or two men who woke up this morning and decided that they just didn't want to know anymore. Only one or two, gentlemen, only one or two. Yes, I know we disagreed, Herr Martin, but in any case, I'm less concerned with those who are not here than with those who are. Those men out there. They are our concern. They're here tonight. And with your permission, they will be here next year.
He won't be told us, lad, will he? What do you think we climbed those flaming Apennines for and ate all that mechanic kids? Comradeship, mate. So us rich could look after you poor, right? You heard what Dixie said. That's comradeship. So put your money in your pocket and save it for your caravan.
I'll get him.
Who says?
I say.
Oh, I'll toss you for it, right? Winner pays.
Heads. And heads it is.
Wins him when he loses, doesn't he?
Oh,
He never does out else. Remember the Goreliano? All that flaming money he won off at Shemmy?
90 quid, it was nothing.
Nothing, he says.
Oh, it was all bus tickets, wasn't it? All in lira. It was about, what, 7 million of them. Were you there? Were you still with D Company?
I was there. 20 quid of that was mine.
Well, you remember the following morning then, won't you? We're on parade, ready to move off, right? You remember him? He says, no, it's not going to be too cosy crossing that river. Jerry's been there a long time and he's well dug in. So when you get to the other side, watch for two things, mines and Wallace. If he drops, grab his bloody wallet. Well, laugh, you stupid sods.
Well, I accept, as we all do, the central issue that when the holding of a reunion becomes insupportable, we no longer support it. But when does it become insupportable? When do we go out of business? When the figures fall below 50, when they fall below 1? I know of no tactical law which demands retreat when you're left with fewer than 50 men.
We might have saved a lot of lives had there been one.
And the war might have lasted considerably longer than it did. Those lives would have been lost sooner or later, Mr. Gower. It was better as it was. However, we're digressing now. All of you were there 30 years ago when this committee was first formed, and all of you apparently agreed with what I said then. And if I recall correctly, and there are minutes if we wish to refer to them, I said that as long as there were members of the battalion who in future years wished to continue their comradeship, then this committee pledged itself to further those ends. There was no mention of 50, or 40, or 30.
Or 2?
Or 2.
Oh, come now, Bernard, let's be realistic. Are you seriously suggesting that if the reunion can be held around a table in a Chinese restaurant, we still need all that?
That's what I said.
But is it what you meant? Look, I'm not being at all detrimental when I say that the phrase you used was an emotional phrase, used on an emotional occasion. Now, all that's been stripped away. All we're left with are the realities of life. The travelling costs are high. Accommodation is expensive. More and more of our men are being made redundant every day, or at best forced into an early retirement. All that is an anachronism. It just does not belong in 1975. And it's beginning to do more harm than good. Have you considered the men who cannot come? The bitterness they feel? Those men still belong to a generation which is ashamed of being poor. Is that what you want? Because every year it gets worse.
But there is the welfare fund.
With nothing in it. If we offer help across the board, as we must, it could cost between $2,000 and $3,000 a year if they all take up the offer. Can we raise that kind of money?
The war's over. Let's bury the bloody thing.
That war is over, Mr. Gow. And another war started for those men out there on the 8th of May, 1945, a totally different kind of war. Every man for himself. And many of them weren't fitted for that kind of life. They were used to a world when if they wanted help, they shouted for it and they got it. And I mean help, not charity. The sort of help that they could accept one day and give the next. They need tonight. You were right about one thing, Martin, absolutely right. They are ashamed of being poor. No, not poor in pocket, poor in usefulness, poor in experience. They don't want to hold their banners high and parade around the streets. They just want to remember for one night of the year, the one eventful, the one rich period of their lives.
Oh.
Yes, rich. They can separate the killing and the bestiality from the rest of it, and the rest of it was rich. Well, ask them. Ask them what they felt about it. If they can find the words, they'll tell you. To them, they were special years.
I didn't feel I was doing anything special.
No, but then you weren't, were you, Gow?
What?
No, please, Padre, no, let's listen to Mr. Gow. He's right, the war is over. The gentlemanly war of 7-course dinners in a tented camp outside Gaza. And the other war, when I pulled Mr. Gow out of the safety of his dugout during a German counterattack and was still able to wish him a pleasant good morning the next day. Yes, you're right, Gow. You did nothing special.
I'm not going to take that. He's a bloody civvy. I'm a civvy. I'm not going to take that from anyone. No. We all know why he wants to perpetuate that bloody pantomime. For himself. No one else. Him. So that for one day a year, he can crawl out of that dingy little office in EC2 and come and laud it in front of his loyal troops. Well, I'll tell you how loyal they are, those troops of yours. They laugh at you. They're out there now laughing at you. I stood and watched you going through your pitiful little ceremonial at the door. I watched Wallace sell you a dummy so he could get in without shaking your hand. That's how much they think of you. That's how they remember those special days. Well, stay here. Hold your damned reunions until you're on your own. Blowing your own bugles, singing your Abide With Me, turning the pages of your scruffy book. Stay here, but I'm not staying with you. If you lot have got any sense, you'll get out with me.
Well, gentlemen, as Mr. Gow has made clear, you are no longer under my command.
Hey up! Jerry's must be coming. Girls up in it.
That all members be notified by post at the earliest opportunity that no further reunions will be held, and that a final meeting of this committee will be convened to determine the wording of the announcement and to arrange for the disposition of such funds as may exist. All those in favour? The motion is carried. Thank you. Well, I think it would be an advantage for all of us if the meeting could be held as soon as possible. I could postpone leaving until the afternoon train if tomorrow morning would be convenient.
Thank you, Madam.
Well, would 10 o'clock at the Bull be all right? All right for you, Martin?
Fine.
Right. Well, 10 o'clock then. Thank you, gentlemen. Oh, Martin. The telegram arrived. I'm afraid I couldn't get it to you.
Hey, I've got something for you. I was nearly forgetting. Have a look at this. Guess who that is?
God knows.
It's you! There! And Harry Ferris, Jacko and me, on the front at Beirut.
Makes you sound like bloody Fleetwood, doesn't it?
You remember it, don't you?
No.
Of course you do, look.
Well, enjoying yourselves?
Oh, very much indeed, sir.
So.
Good. Thank you.
I'm telling you, that's you there. Harry Ferris and Jacko. You can tell Jacko, can't you?
Well, just about, yeah.
Just about? Your best mate and you can't recognise him?
Well, I can't recognise me flaming self, can I? What time do you make it, anyway?
9:30. He's pushed, isn't
More
he?
than push, he's not going to make it, brother.
He didn't say anything about not coming.
Eh?
I mean, his letters, you're in touch, aren't you?
Oh, nothing, no. Go on, knowing Jack, there'll be some cockeyed explanation, won't there? He wants to stop wandering about like that and get himself mugged, won't he? Was march out again, is it?
Aye.
Is that what we're going
When we must share
you mean you wouldn't have come if I hadn't rung it?
I mean just what I say. I wouldn't have known it was tonight. I didn't get a letter. Nothing. Not that I'd have missed anything.
You know, I bet that's what's happened to Jacko. I bet those stupid so-and-sos never wrote to him.
Well, didn't you tell him?
Well, not the day, no. No, I thought he'd know that, didn't I? Look, get him over.
Get him over yourself.
Get him over.
Mr. Cook. Is that all right for you?
Sticking it out to the bitter end.
Look, did you notify Jackson about tonight? Did he know? Did you bother?
That's not a very funny joke, even if we have had too much to drink.
Oh, now, look, Frank. Don't you tell me I've had too much to drink. I asked you a question, I want a bloody answer.
You really don't know.
Know what?
Jackson's dead. He was killed last June in a road accident on the Exeter bypass. I'd have written to you, but I was sure you'd know. I'm sorry. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Do you want a lift?
Watch out.
Where we must say goodbye. Start off for a quick one. Little club I know. Soon I'll be sailing far across the sea. While I'm away, oh, please remember me.
About time. I could give Norman a ring if you like. Tell him I couldn't get a lift and I'm sleeping with a girlfriend.
I don't like. Get home to him.
Pardon?
I said get home to him.
Soon I'll be sailing far across the sea. While I'm away, oh, please remember me. When
Wallace.
I return, I'll find you away.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing in a couple of days. Tonight's seen our last reunion. It was a question of money.
Everything's a question of money, isn't it?
And apparently apathy.
Yeah, that's a lot of it about. Private Penny, come here! I'll drive you home in a beautiful German motor car. Now pull yourself together, you honorable man. Stand up straight. Take you home. Quick! Back! Left! Right! 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 Right! Wheel.